Hello to all my friends out there. So now I have a French toast challenge. So for 2 pieces of French toast, the way I do this is 1 egg. So what's good about this? And 1/2 cup evaporated milk. And the other day, I was lucky. I found evaporated milk in 99-cent only, marked down. So this is the same exact proportion that I use, like if I was going to make a quiche. So it would be for a quiche, you partially bake your pie crust about halfway full, and then you fill your quiche with whatever, like chicken, broccoli, and cheese, and then 1 cup evaporated milk, 2 eggs. But for 2 pieces of French toast, you want to get enough milk on there, and egg. You want enough of your mixture. So this should pretty much, this is artesian bread. I'll show you in a minute. My shortening, I'm using shortening. You know, in the day, they just used to use shortening, and like my family lived to be 100 years old. I'm not going to deviate off of what they did. I don't think it's a smart thing to do. I mean, I'm going to watch it, but so see how this is just about to absorb all of that milk. So I was in line, and one of the ladies told me this artesian bread was really good, and I thought it would be perfect for French toast. But any kind of bread is going to be good. So this is good because you have your bread, and you have your egg, and you have your milk, so you have a dairy. So now let me just put it here in the shortening. No wasting. No wasting. Okay, so here's my Walmart shortening. I'll be stockpiling up a few of these shortenings. So I have 1 page. Today is September 4th. I decided to start adding the dates. French toast. Here's my French toast recipe. And I have 2 tips. Create a box of art supplies and buy candles. Okay, right now at this time of the year, you can get a lot of really nice candles. And so I have located a few of my stickers, you know, different ones. And I'm going to be buying more. And I have watercolors around here, and I have colored pencils and pens, ink, and I will be buying some, and I will be making my notes like little art projects. Okay, now here is a page. Plug the hole in your bucket. So never pay overdraft because you're not going to overdraft. Never pay late because you'll get late fees. How about number 2? Go without. Like, one of the things I go without is I rarely dry my clothes. I just wash them and I hang them out. I rarely go with car washes. Remember today when I was so cheap and I was glad it rained? So if at all possible, I prefer to go without. That's one of your best strategies. Don't eat out. One of the reasons I hate to eat out is, how do I know they washed their hands? How do I know when they bought the food? How do I know they didn't take it off someone's plate and put it on mine? So I really hate eating out. The one that really creeps me out is, did they clean their fingernails and did they wash their hands? I worked in salons, and they would work all day on people and sit down and eat without washing their own hands. I thought that was so dangerous. Guess what? I'm never sick, and they always were. Find free events. El Cajon has jazz concerts, so you're not going to pay for entertainment. You're going to do free entertainment. I watch a lot of YouTube videos for free. jazz concerts, car shows, and grocery outlet. When I remember this, I'm extremely loyal to Grocery Outlet. In El Cajon, they had a like customer appreciation day, and we got free hamburgers and chips and Coke. And there was a little what do you call it? There was like karaoke, and there was like entertainment for the kids. It was really, really nice. Oh, you guys, my French toast, look at this. This is another thing. No, why are you going to eat out like at a pancake house, or, French toast when you can just make it at home, and it's very tasty at home. So now to my list for today. I want to add 1 stockpile evaporated milk. I use the evaporated milk for yogurt making, quiche, French toast, and here's the big one, gravy. Usually I mix half and half water, half evaporated milk for gravy. Yogurt, 1/2 water, 1/2 evaporated milk. And gravy is 1/2 water, 1/2 evaporated milk. French toast is 1 egg, 1/2 cup evaporated milk. Quiche is 2 eggs and 1 cup evaporated milk. 350, and you just bake it until your knife comes out clean. So this evaporated milk, and then you can always drink it as well. And I also stockpile, I'll write it on here, shelf stable milk. Especially if you find, like I did, those 8 cans, then snap that up if you can. Okay, I think my French toast is looking pretty darn good. It is looking pretty darn good. Look at that. Okay, life is good. So, now what? Well, this is the surprise of the whole darn thing. What am I going to do with this French toast? Oh, I'm going to do something with it, all right. All right. Now, for French toast, I like a little margarine on my French toast. Nothing wild, just a little bit. And I stockpile margarine in my freezer. So I want to write margarine in freezer. Bread, bagels, and waffles in the freezer. Okay, so now this brings me to another stockpile item. Stockpile honey. And I bought this at Dollar Tree. You can use it in your tea. It's good on pancakes and it's good on waffles. So on my list, I want to put, and this is no weird food, just honey. Okay, so Now, let me rinse off my fork so here's one. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to trust any like eggs without, ooh, yummy. So eating this kind of stuff once or twice a week might be good. Now, for my waffle challenge, I have in my refrigerator leftover cherry pie filling, so why not use it up? It could be any kind of cherry pie filling. I would stockpile this. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. So I'm going to put stockpile pie filling. 1 or 2. Another thing is sometimes they don't give you bread at the food banks. You know, if you look at the list, let's refer to the food pantry list. Macaroni and cheese, 2 soup, 1 canned meal, tuna, beans, and vegetables. No bread. So you want to stockpile bread because you don't want to run out of bread because they're not going to give you any. Okay, so now let's put a little, and I bought this at 99 cents only. I shop there 2 times a day. It was just horrible today. So, okay, so how about this one, you guys? So once you start getting the hang of this stockpiling stuff, life is going to be pretty darn good, you know? And all my life people would go, "You're lucky." Really? You know, all these $5 challenges I have done this last week? You know, would you call that luck? I wouldn't. I would call it searching around the store for $5 worth of stuff that could work. I would call this stuff the difference between being miserable. So this is the French toast challenge. And if you guys have a good French toast, if you would make a video or leave a comment, it would be greatly appreciated. I would like a like if you like it. And if you haven't subscribed yet to become part of the Crazy Cheap family, I would really love it if you subscribe, because then you could leave messages and then I could write them in my notebooks, and then I would have a big fat, you know, you guys may remember something. My notebooks have evolved. Remember these? Okay, how these started was when I was a nursing student, you would keep one of these in your pocket, and if something very important came up, you would write it down so that you didn't forget, you know, something drastically and life-threatening, you know, you can forget anything. So then it became so that I became very uncomfortable if I didn't have one of these notebooks in my purse at all times. And now my notebooks are getting bigger. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.